Good morning. It's Erica of Herbal Arts, and we're here for some bat making. And today's a special bat making. December is season of giving in Wafa, and a custom bat made by me was the prize for Monday, and the winner is Leilani. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I have another friend named Leilani, but it's spelled differently. So, anyway, we got in touch with each other around the technical difficulties that the Meta products gave us. And she said she wanted something similar to a bat I had made, actually a series of bats I had made called Razzmatazz. Most of the Razzmatazz, they were, for the most part, BFL Cross or Cheviot in sort of a fairly solid color, to which I added a lot of sari silk and then some tussa silk as well. I unfortunately don't have any of those colors left because I used them all up to make bats. And given that it's near the end of the year, my fiber supply is a little limited because I'm trying not to buy anything until next year, so I don't have to take inventory of it. But she liked that sort of purpley plum type of thing. So I do have this. Okay. This is, actually, because I did get a little bit of fiber. This is from Curly Q's. It's one of her merino bamboo. I think she called this one burgundy. But it's definitely in that, leaning towards that pinky purple as opposed to red. It does have a different texture than the other ones I used because those BFL crosses and Chevets were very crimpy, very lofty, but I don't have anything else like that anymore. So we're gonna try it with this, and if she's unhappy with that, I'll figure out something else to make her. Okay. But the big question has been, I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes looking at this, is I actually did restock some sari silk because my favorite sari silk supplier, I saw her a couple weeks ago. I got to figure out what sari silk to put in this. Okay. Now the other ones I think I used this one. Okay. But I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna look with that. I just feel like it doesn't go well, but it might. Another option I have one that's got a lot more green in it. Yeah, did you know sari silk came in lots of different colors? Got one that's got some green. That feels like that's too much of a contrast. I do have like a hot pink. Not sure. Not loving that. And then I have this one, I think they call this one Punch. That might be too similar in color. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first layer of this on and see what it looks like on the drum. And then sort of hold up the different sari silks to it to figure out which one to use. I do have other colors. I have gold. I do have a, grab it. I do have a solid blue, but I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Brand new color for me. I do get a teal. Not kind of fun. But what do you think? They're kind of like opposites on the color wheel. Maybe we'll put that one out there just to see. And I got more gold, but I don't think the gold's going to work. Okay, so let me get you set up. Maybe we'll get lucky and I'll get to see comments, but I doubt that very much. Because we know how Facebook feels about these demos. It likes to let me look at your comments afterwards. Okay. Ooh, and I just got I'm past hot flashes, but I just got a hot flash. It's actually going to be in the 30s today here. So we got snow a couple days ago, like a little bit of snow. So that's all going to melt. And my heating is particularly, it's cumbersome. It's not very exact. So I have to sort of, I got baseboard heater, so it never really kind of have to twist the thing. So anyway, I think I may need to turn the heat down. Though part of it is, I don't want to turn it down too much because we have wind advisories this afternoon. Okay, so we've got that down there. Now it's a matter of, let's just sort of go, because they're not going to be this solid, right, when I put them on. In fact, let me just sort of work out an end, maybe. I'm going to work out this end. Not sure where the ends are. Okay, not there. Okay, so we're going to go like that. And then we'll take the pink one. That. And take the bright pink. And let's try, I don't think that green one's going to work, but we'll try the other one I used. So I can't see anybody's comments now to sort of figure out which one. This is the closest in color, but obviously it has the pops of, it'll be more subtle, right? This is a nice sharp contrast. I just feel like this pink, the bright pink is like just off enough in terms of tone. It may just be too bright. So I'm not really thinking, I don't think that one's going to work. This one would make it like the others. I mean, there is a little bit of pink in there. And the blue, it's mostly blue. A little bit of the green, a little bit of that reddish color. This is hard. I'm indecisive this morning. Really. And of course, I can't see your comments to see. We're also going to put some Tussah silk in as well. Get rid of this other sorry silk. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go. Decisions. I think this is fun, but not in keeping with the other razzmatazz. Okay, we're down to 2. I could use both. I mean, that really does blend in. This would be much more in your face. Let's see how this hot pink part of it here looks. I think we're going to go there. I may try a little bit of this just so I can see what it looks like, but I think we're mainly going to go with this one. Okay. So let's put on the Tussah silk first. Thank you for your patience while I try and figure out what colors to do. Find the end. There's the end. I got enough to last me to the end of the year, and then I'm going to have to restock that too. So there's already bamboo in here from the braid. Okay, so just because of our curiosity, let's put a little bit of this on first just to see what it looks like. Oh, that is incredibly subtle. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's much more visible. We'll see how it looks at the end. Maybe that I need a more solid fiber. I did have a bunch of Romney, but I can't find it. What I got from an Indiana mill. So if this doesn't work out, I will try and find that has more of the texture like the other razzmatazz. I don't know if you can hear the wind. The wind has started. I do like this burgundy color, though. Yeah, one of my tasks today was going to be to load the recycling into the van and then take it to the recycling center. And then I overslept, so I missed getting being able to get a parking spot by the building. And now with the wind, taking the recycling out could be an adventure. So I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. The wind is supposed to end tonight, so. Okay, so yeah, so Sorry Silk is just something you paint on. Actually, that hot pink doesn't look too bad with it. I will say, though, sometimes it does like to transfer itself onto the liquor. It's harder to pull apart this with the bamboo sometimes. I know you think of bamboo as slippery, but it seems to have developed more tooth in the dyeing process. And if you weren't aware, the way these braids work is, obviously there's wool, but everything you see that's white is the bamboo, because when you dye with acid dye, it dyes all the protein. Oops, that's pulling wrong. Pull back here. And since bamboo is not protein, bamboo is cellulose, it doesn't dye. So it's kind of like magic. It goes in and all the wool gets colored, but the bamboo doesn't. And I'm not even a protein dyer. I do dye cellulose. Let's get a little different colors here. So when I have trouble pulling it apart, I'll often sort of divide it like that, and then pull sort of half, and then the other half. And also fluffing it out like this also lets you know if there's sort of any compacted bits, which can happen in the dyeing process. That's being a little stiff there, so let's get our, essentially grab too much. So what you can do is you can pull that up. You can sort of repaint it. Sometimes you just take it off like I'm doing right here. And then you can send it back through a different part. I'm just making sure nothing else, no other bumps, nope. Okay, let's see if I can pull out, we'll use up that little bit there. So when you do paint like this, you do want to make sure you're watching this part of your finger so you don't scrape it. Sometimes also if the fiber is twisted, you can't pull it because, like if you add a twist, it adds strength. So I was looking ahead at the schedule. I am actually, so Christmas is on a Wednesday, but I will probably do a demo. I'll be here and I'll be needing to make bats, so I will probably do that demo, and then I believe it's New Year's Day. It's also Wednesday. So I'll be doing a demo then, and that'll be my last demo until into February. I'm traveling during January, and will not have Sebastian or any of the other drum carters with me. So I'll be taking a break then, but I'll be back. Maybe not the first week in February, but certainly in February. I have applied for the January WAFA sale. Some of you know I will be when my travels. I will be back in time for that. So I am making lots and lots of bats in December, so that I can have them both for WAFA and some things on my own page and in-person shows and all that. Winter's a good time to make and store. Eloise is currently sacked out on the pile of totes in front of the window, which is, of course, right over the baseboard heater. So she's, like, all happy. And occasionally, like, she sticks a paw out. Like, this is the edge of the tub. She sticks a paw out and, like, toasts it. It's starting to feel a bit full. Let's see. Doesn't feel full here, though. I still got fiber left, so. Because this should have been about, I didn't weigh it, but it should be about 2 ounces. So it's got lots of bamboo and silk in it. So this tussle silk is so light. Pressing it down is good. Okay, let's see how we're doing on. Oh, look at that. I got fiber stuck on me. Surprise. That's a bit of a blob. So when you get a blob like that, you can always just sort of like comb it And occasionally, because what the sari silk in this format is essentially really lots of little threads. Occasionally you can get a little knot in there too. Okay, so it looks like we got maybe 2 more layers to do. See how that works. One of the things I'm hoping to be able to do today is work on my sock. I am working on my second pair ever of hand knit socks. This is getting very full. And over just a wee bit. I'm about to decrease the toe, which means like I can probably finish the sock today. That may be all we're putting on there. I don't know if I can fit any more. I'm surprised I couldn't get more on. It's merino. Merino usually compacts down pretty well. Okay, let's start with this. Oh yeah, there's definitely a couple knots in there. I can feel them. They're mainly in this bright green section. If you can see there's a knot right in there. I think what I'll do is excuse me. Ooh. Feel another knot there. Push that right in there. So you can do this because they're just little threads. You can just transfer them back. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. And it's going to be time to take off and away. So I got a little bit left. I'm going to put that aside with the other half of the braid. All of this sari silk we will put in the sari silk bag. And then we'll take this off. So if you want to guess the weight, I don't think it's particularly heavy. Go right ahead. The person who gets closest gets trophy emojis. I always come back and tuck this side back into the doffer crease. got a little bit sticking there. Where the knitting needle comes in handy. I do like this underside. Okay, before fluffing, this is what it looks like. So it does have a colorful element, and actually I should not have put that down there because I need to fluff here. Okay, so we're going to place it down, and we're going to fluff outwards. A little hidden there, I know. Depending on the merino, particularly merino top, I can't remember if this is top or not. Just says merino. I think it's roving though, not top. So when I'm working particularly with top, I tend not to fluff as much because it's pretty thin already because it's a fairly compact product. This is a little hard to do without support underneath here. This is what it looks like fluffed out. I don't know, this pink is acting a lot like a neutral. And then I'm going to fold. And what I do then is I come back with my hand and I feel along the seam for any big bunchy bits. Straight. Oh. And I'm going to fold again. It's a little messy. And then I roll. And I pull my sleeves up so I don't end up with sari silk stuck to them. Okay, so here and here. So this is going to be Razzmatazz 4. Because I had Razzmatazz, Razzmatazz 2, Razzmatazz 3. So this is Razzmatazz 4. This is your last chance to guess the weight. As I said, I can't see comments, so I will come back. And I'll take some photos of this too in a little bit. Oh, not quite as light as I thought it might be. Get this out. And do a nice thin one because there aren't that many ingredients on it. And the weight came to 2.3, it's 6.9, so it's 2.37 ounces. And Razzmatazz, my phone knows how to spell Razzmatazz now, 4. And then I'll write the ingredients down, and so forth. So yes, that is Season of Giving batt. And if she's not happy with it, I'll make her something else. And just put this in inventory. So I wish you all a very, very pleasant season of giving. Don't forget to enter. I still have to enter for today. I didn't get a chance to look to see what who's offering what. And yeah, so feel free to come to any of the Zooms this month. I think we're also in the process of setting up the New Year's Eve Zoom that kind of goes like till it's midnight in Alaska. It's like 6-7 hours of just hanging out on Zoom and spinning and weaving and knitting and doing whatever. So I think we're setting that up. There's a Zoom spin along tomorrow night. And you can just find the event for that. And Lizette Hopkins from Spingless has agreed to run it while I'm away in January. So we don't have to cancel it. Okay. Oh, and the fun stuff. Ellen Zawada has agreed to run the sweater support group in January. Which will be really cool. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in. And I will see you around on Facebook.